house of...
Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well.
House of...
Let me go to live on Instagram as well. All right, I think we got it. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday tea. I'm so glad to see y'all coming in where we get to hang out and kiki and talk about X, Y, and Z, if you know what I mean. Honey, I'm already giving Dr. Seuss up in here. Somebody help me, honey. Should I vogue my cross? Should I vogue my cross down? Hey girls, hey ladies, how you doing? What's the tea? What's going on? I just came from a group call. It went really well. Your mom said, was there a live last week? No, girl. I was in Cancun, Mexico on spring break, getting white girl wasted. What were you doing? What were you really doing, ladies? Heartbeat Vibe said, you must not be on Eastern time because a beauty sleep is beauty sleep. Girl, honey, I'm still living off of that Mexican sun, honey. Do you see the glow? It's part Mexican sun, it's part husband, honey. Get into it. uh. Yes, honey. What's tea, honey? What's tea? The skin is skinning. Bisoy said, not white girl wasted. We missed you. Girl, I missed you too. DK's princess said, absolutely stunning. Stunner, honey. Stunner. Yes. All right. Let's see what the girls are talking about, honey. I don't know why y'all are gagging on white girl wasted. I think 2024 might be my white girl era. I'm not sure, girl. Oh my gosh. Y'all getting me started up already. Y'all getting me acting a fool already. Yeah? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Anwar White. I am a dating coach for women of color, and I'm here to just, kiki with you all. And, so what I want you to do is if you have questions about love, about dating, about relationships, about men, women, anything and everything in between, honey, put them in the chat. Put them in the chat, and I will get to them in the order that I see them. And, we'll get this party started. And hopefully we will learn something new. As my mentor, Tyra Banks, once said, learn something from this. And hopefully you will level up your love life. Yeah? Someone asked, talk more about how to be selfish. It means just doing the things you want to do and asking for things that you want from your guy. And if he's not giving them to you, then go somewhere else where you're going to be given those things. The job of your guy is to just provide. Your job is to let him know what you want, and his job is to make it happen. Your job is to tell him how you're feeling, and his job is to make you happy again, right? So it has to be based on your wants, your needs, your desires, all of that, okay? Miranda said, went on a date with a guy and found out he is in the middle of a divorce. Should I run? Yes, girl. Girl. So he's separated. I've been doing this work for 14 years. I have never seen a relationship work with a guy that is separated. Never. So, girl, you could try to be the first. Guinness World Record, girl. Probability is really low. Because it's not wrapped up, right? And there's a deeper reason why I say this, too, because if he's doing something already and he hasn't created closure in something else, it means he doesn't have follow through. I tell my kids all the time when they're making their lunch in the morning time, they get up at 6 in the morning. If you take the bread out of the pantry, put it back. Whatever you start, you need to complete. And if this man is not completing his stuff, He's not going to complete his shit when you're with him. Trust. Yeah? Okay, let me see what the girls are talking about. Hey, Lane. Hey, Asto. Hey, Reese. Twin said, hey, you from Oakland. Girl, I used to live in West Oakland, girl. Come through. Those nice lofts near that Target. You know. Hello, Glam Tam Tam. She said we missed you. Missed being here. Hey, Coco Mermaid. Hey, your mom. Hey, Sharon and Perfectly Patina. Chev, Just Julie, Daphne, Sharon, Alicia. I want to do it the way that Whitney once did it. Ambi, Jan, Ayan, Elsa, Daphne, Jazz, Yvette, Twin. Da 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 da. Oh, Lord. Yvette said, hey, I love your smile. Thank you, girl. Just FYI, if you want to learn more about what I do, definitely click the link in my bio. You want to work with me, book a consultation. I also have a link for my podcast. I just did a podcast, and it just came out last week with the friendship expert, Danielle Bayer-Jackson. She's an awesome, amazing, and she talks all about how do we get friends in our big age? How do we cultivate them? How do we make room for them? How do we navigate friendships while dating and being in a relationship? It's a great conversation, so definitely check that out. Yeah? Good. Okay, Daphne said, dating a finance guy. Should I be scared? Not really. No shade, but I guess the gag is what kind of finance does he do and is he working a lot? Because a lot of so I got my MBA from Columbia, and I would say 2/3 of those guys were investment bankers. And what I've learned about them is that they work really hard. Obviously, they're going to make a lot of money, but you might not see them that much. And no shade, they're not the smartest bunch. They just work really hard. Finance is like basic math. Yeah, it actually doesn't take a lot of intelligence. And that's not a read. That's not a shade, right? I think sometimes people are intimidated because a guy says he works in finance. It's actually algebra. And Excel. So you should be scared if you want a lot of quality time with your partner. Yeah? Jess said, hi, Pookie. I got a notification this time. Good. Twin said, the San Francisco Bay Area loves you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jess said, wow, I'm seeing you so much in 1 week. Girl, we're BFF, girl. I don't know what to say. Tixree said, I'm going to Detroit next week and I'm so scared. Why? Why are you scared of Detroit, girl? It's coming up, girl. Your mom said, OMG, I was waiting for the live. Well, I'm glad that you're here, girl. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah. Daphne said, the Mexico did you well. Not the Mexico girl. Okay, let me see what y'all are talking about. Oh my gosh. Questions are coming in already. I love it, honey. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. B said, how do you know when you should settle with the person you're talking to? I don't think that you should settle. And if you feel like you're settling, then you're probably going to be unhappy within 2 years. A lot of people settle and then get divorced within 2 years. You want to be excited. You want to be happy. You want to be... I guess the question is, what is your definition of settle? And in what way? Yeah? Because I tell y'all all the time, my cheat code is mid-looks, top, everything else. Now, if you feel like settling is based on a guy that has mid-looks, in my mind, you probably hit the jackpot. You don't want a guy that's prettier than you. And I think we know some couples that look like that. No shade. Glow said, so scared to date with a daughter now and a crazy baby daddy. Okay, so why are you scared? Because your guy's in the past, so he shouldn't have any sort of say into what your romantic life is all about. And you have a daughter, which means that you need a babysitter's club. So what's the fear, girl? Amaya said, how long is it okay to be single for? As long as you find your person. Many of us feel like we're in a rush to find our person. I think that The focus should be on yourself, focusing on healing, focusing on leveling up, working on the things that are going to make you the woman that's ready for the best relationship of your life. This is the work that I do. That's what I focus on. And so if you're doing that, it doesn't matter how long it is. Because here's the thing, there's going to be a point when you're ready. Just because you're ready doesn't mean you're going to find your person. So, but one of the things that I think is important for many of you all is you're going to have to put yourself out there. Many of us aren't doing that, and because of that, you have no dating momentum. That means you're not going to get any dating results. A lot of us are working from home and living from home and trying to date from home. I'm telling you right now, I've had to pivot this year. My clients are out and about because the apps are not apping. So if you have any questions about fucking apps, don't ask them, because I'm not talking about apps, because apps are not apping. You hear me, ladies? Get outside. Touch grass. Touch men. Okay. Olivia said, should I introduce the guy I'm seeing to my toxic family members? If not, how do I explain I can't? By telling them my family is toxic and I actually don't think it's a good idea. Be honest. They'll understand, because guess what? We all got toxic family members, no shade. Sue said, will you talk about avoiding interview questions in first conversations? Yeah, girl, stop interrogating. Stop. I don't care if you went to law school. Nobody wants to feel like they're at the end of an SVU episode, girl, and you're trying to get the truth out of them. You're not going to engender a level of trust, and people are not going to be opening up to you. That's the thing. A lot of people will go on dates and like ask some of these really deep questions without realizing that you haven't earned that trust and that level of emotional safety for a man to be able to allow him to answer that. So actually, what y'all need to do on these first dates is you need to banter, have fun, be light. That is the quickest and easiest way to actually have a guy open up and to trust you. And then you hit him with that vulnerability. Boom, boom. Had to give you the Rocky, honey. Boom, boom. Although I don't know if Rocky did all that. But anyway, user 514 said, I love this selfish video today. It was exactly what I needed to hear. I'm happy to hear that, because a lot of people, especially if you're a woman of color, you don't grow up like being conditioned and programmed to be more self-centered. Like, you are often conditioned to think about others and the community and your parents before you. And what that means is that you will take that, and that will be a bonding pattern for you. And then you will start doing that in your relationships. And we actually have to flip it on its head if you want success in dating. Because if you are always focused on him, you're going to attract the users. You're going to attract the takers. Yeah. When you are selfish and you're focused on yourself and what you need, you're going to attract the people that want to provide and give to you. And no shade, I don't know if there are a lot of white girls here, but that's what a lot of white women are doing. And like I was saying in my video, a lot of those girlfriends that you have that are complete bitches, no shade, they're always getting a man because they're always self-centered. And men like that. Because guess what? When you're self-centered and you communicate what you want and what you need, it's very easy for a man to provide for that, because he knows exactly what you need. And when he does that and you're satisfied, he derives his satisfaction. Yeah? Safira said, how hard has it been to date, being as though you're a dating coach? Oh, I don't date, girl. I'm married with children. I've been married for about 14 years now. Yeah. Maybe 13. Sometimes it's so long that you forget the count. But yeah. And please understand that you probably want advice if you're like following, because TikTok and IG are crazy, and they'll flood your algorithm with so much advice and things like that. If you want to work with a dating coach, make sure that that person is married. And in a good relationship. And you can tell based on how they show up, right? If you're listening to someone and they have a calm nature and a centered nature about them, they're probably at peace. They probably feel safe. They're all over the place and they're crazy as hell and da 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 da. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm calling this out because I've heard a lot that people are tired and exhausted, and I just want to offer that I think it's these social media apps that are giving you all of this content and information, and a lot of it is contradictory, or that it's so much it feels like you're literally reading each book of the encyclopedia that your mom got you when you were 8 years old. Anyone else had a whole set of encyclopedias that they had to like look up things and basically copy for their book reports? No shade. Okay. Dano said, how do I know if my boyfriend is gay? I actually just I was on a podcast and someone asked me about that because they were asking about dating in Atlanta. And I said, girl, go in the jacuzzi with him, girl. If he puts his butt to those jets, he's gay, girl. Girl, always that. If his, I always say this is actually research back. I know y'all think I talk a lot of shit, but I'm actually being honest. If his index finger is like significantly shorter than his ring finger, he's probably gay. See mine? Do you see how significant that difference is? He's probably gay. If you ask him to check his fingernails and he does this instead of this, he's probably gay. Yeah? And if you want to bring like a gay friend around, if his feet are pointing toward your gay friend, he's probably gay. If he looks at another man and he looks at the guy up and down, he's probably gay. If he's talking shit about a gay dude, he's probably gay. Gay, 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 gay. Yeah? Jayan said, OMG, hi, I watch all your videos. Awesome, thank you so much for the support. Jordan said, good evening, Anwar. TikTok still ain't trying to tell us when you're live. I feel like I'm a little bit out of the TikTok jail, slowly but surely. I think I'm on parole, no shade. For all my parolees out there, just trying to do what they can for God and their country. Cookie said, how should 60-plus-year-olds date? Well, girl, go on Match, but also, girl, go play some pickleball, girl. Get you a pickleball man, girl. Okay? Akira said, Anwar, I've missed you. I miss you too, girl. Imperfectly Patina said, he's planning a first date. I don't know details, but location and time. You don't be surprised, girl. You need to know. Surprises are not cute. I was just listening to somebody's live and she said some guy like surprised her, and girl, he took her to some BDSM party. We don't do surprises. You need to know every step of the way what is happening, right? So you need to let him know. No, I need to, can you tell me what we're doing? Because I want to be dressed appropriately. Give him that tea. Yeah? It's Bella and Christy said, how to date with a child. It's hard to find a sitter. Family, friends, babysitters clubs. Girl, there's always somebody in high school who trying to get an extra $15, $30 or whatever. Yeah? Sharon said, Sir Anwar, yes, girl. Yes, I'm here. Diane, thank you so much for the rose, girl. Sugar Bean, thank you so much for the rose. Olivia, thank you so much for the 34 roses, girl. Appreciate it. Let me see what's going on here. Thoughts on a guy who is honest about talking to another girl and I am his other option. That is dating, y'all. That is dating. Please understand, if he's talking to another girl, you need to be talking to 2 other guys. Girl, compete, honey. Here's the thing, girl. Someone said, she meant it's hard to get a free babysitter. Family and friends, girl. Family and friends. Drop them off at your girlfriend's house. Say, I'll be back at midnight or I'll be back in the morning. That's what girlfriends are for. Sugar Bean, thank you so much for the rose, girl. Hina said, how do I know which men are attracted to me? Girl, they will, their feet will be pointing toward you. Body language 101. Fun said, advice on dating overweight men. Are you a plus size woman? Because one of the things that I have found is that a lot of plus size guys will project their fat phobia to a lot of plus size women, so it might not be a good sitch, right? The other thing that I think is important is you have to understand that your job as a partner is to accept a person. So don't go into this thinking, okay, I'm going to be with him and I'm going to make him lose a lot of weight. This is not the Biggest Loser TV show, right? So don't go in it trying to do that. So you gotta go into it realizing, if this is the person that's in front of you, are you okay with that? Not trying to change him, not trying to do anything. That's important. Hey D45. Hey y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. Queen said you're glowing. Thank you, girl. This is because I was in that Mexican sun, honey. And you know what? I put that clear water on my face, girl. And it cleared up my skin, girl. That's what happened, honey. K Self-Care said, Anwar, you're so delightfully adorable. Thank you. Can I just say something? Please understand that if you call a guy adorable or cute, he's going to take it as an insult. I don't take this as an insult because I'm not checking for you and you're not checking for me, so I don't care. But I want to let you all know what you say and how you talk to a guy matters, right? He doesn't want to hear he's cute. He doesn't want to hear he's adorable. He's going to take that as patronizing. Yeah, so something to clock. Curlay said, love everything you're doing. Oh, hey. Can you give tips on flirting? I don't know how. This is what I do on my program, unfortunately. That's what we did 2 weeks ago. We figured out each of my ladies' flirt style, and then we aligned that flirt style to where they should be going outside, right? Because if you flirt in a certain kind of way based on who you are, there are certain places that you probably shouldn't go. Yeah, so that's something that I actually provide in my program. If you're interested in that, definitely book a call. The links and all of that are in the link in my bio, yeah? Sweet 22, catching feeling for a married man. Didn't know he was married till recently. My question for you is, if you were the wife, what would you want to do? Actually just talked to a client about this, and she looked him up, and she said, I'm gonna have to tell this wife. And I said, yes, sister. It's a sorority. Y'all are not in competition. Yeah. Charm G said, hey, fairy god bro. Hey, girl. Bar said, love you. Thank you, girl. Reese said, the Whitney moment. Yes, girl. Yes, Christina, I'm a survivor. That's the only thing I was missing. Pretty Healthy said, the ginger men love black women. They do, girl. They do. They do, girl. That orange plus that brown, I think it makes like, what does it make? Auburn? Get into it. And said, Anwar, you're a blessing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Elsa said, OMG, I used to live in that part of West Oakland by Emeryville. Were we neighbors? Probably, girl. Probably. Debrief said, hey, Anwar, I can't stay long. Just want to say hi. Hey, girl. Good to see you. Imani said, how do I stop caring about love while I'm young? By realizing, like, using your dating life in the same way that you're going to be working your career life. That, like, every job that you're going to have is just going to be a 1 to 3 year sitch. Like, you're not basing your whole life on this job that you're in right now. And this is how I want you to think about these men. That you're going to have them on rotate every 2 years. Or, depending on if you're a serial monogamous, maybe every 4 years, like a presidential cycle, girl. Giselle said, for a first date, he said he got his $20 museum ticket online, sent me the link for me to buy mine. I would just put 3 question marks. I don't know what this is. This looks like spam. This looks like hacker. This looks like infection. I'm not going to click on this link. Coffee shop chats. What would be reasons why a femme woman would keep attracting men in their femme? No shade, but you're probably not femme. As a femme myself. No. I think that you're probably in your masculine energy and you probably don't even know it. Because a feminine woman actually repels a feminine man. Because a feminine woman's not doing anything. And a feminine man is expecting the other person to do a lot of different things. Chase, provide, do, think, all of that. So I want to just offer that to you. Oh yeah, everybody, if there's anything that I'm saying that's resonating with you, tap, double tap, triple tap the screen. Thank you all so much for the 25,000 likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. I forgot to say that, but I just got into my coaching, girl. I just got into my Q&A, honey, because I'm in it to win it. Yeah. Casey Jovan said, hey, we're so glad to join you tonight. Your lives are always amazing. Thank you, girl. If you think these are amazing, these are literally just like a sliver of what I do in my actual programs, right? One of the things I try to do is make sure that like the shit that I get for free is literally better than anybody's paid shit. Like that's my intention. That like if you literally listen to all of my videos, all of my podcasts, come to all of my lives, you should be able to get a guy. I literally, even with that information, you should be able to get your guy. If you feel like you want to do that deeper work so that you don't self-sabotage while you're in the relationship, that's why we get into the program. Yeah. Twin said, I'm getting something off my plate so I can sign up for coaching. Amazing. Can't wait. Carter said, hey, my fairy godbrother, I love you down. You better love me up too, bitch. No shade. Yes, honey. Shade, no shade, girl. Kun Mi said, that's not a read, and then reads them. Girl. Sheeta Realist said, accounting is a little more intricate. It is. Blessings that you broke the finance myth. I know, I think a lot of people get, okay, wait, someone said, Chicago bred, I work in finance as a manager with zero background in finance. Y'all get intimidated by these guys that are in finance thinking that it's so fucking complicated. You literally need to learn how to do Excel. You can take an Excel course, and if you pass 7th, 8th grade algebra, you're good. Brittany says, finance seems like AP Excel. Literally, if you like intensely work with Excel for a month, you can do most of these finance jobs, no shade. Don't let it intimidate you. Yeah. Oh shit, it just skipped on me. I have to scroll up. You said, what to do if I get approached all the time, but it all ends up with just words and no actions? Don't take these men seriously when they're approaching you in the wild. They're just hunting you. No shade, but a lot of women that get approached, they are seen as prey. That's why, like, when you look a hot ass mess, no shade, because we all do at times, you'll probably get approached the most. So I always say don't take these guys seriously, especially if they are like trying to approach you in places where you literally have to go to live your life. No. You want to meet people, like I always say, in like invisible velvet roads, places where not everybody can get in. That's where you want to approach and mingle, connect, interact, and all that shit. But if I'm at the gas station and somebody's trying to pick me up, it's an automatic, I'm sorry, I don't have any change. And I keep it moving. And I switch. You know how Loretta Devine does it in Waiting to Exhale? That's how I do it at the gas station, girl. But I'm 6'2", so they're not really coming for me, girl. Ariel said, hey, girl. Hey, girl. Sally said, why don't you go live on Instagram too? I am live on Instagram, girl. Miss Know-It-All. Yeah. Dee said, thoughts on walking dates. I think it's good to like combine like walking with something else. So it's like go get some boba and then walk, or coffee and then walk, or like walk afterwards, right? Yeah. Kira said, places to meet white men as a black woman. Girl, they're everywhere. They're the majority of the US, girl. Yeah, I think. Actually, I think white women are. Because I think there's like 1 or 2% more white women than there are white men. But they're freaking everywhere. Maybe too many places, no shade. What do I say? Where do you want to meet the white men, girl? Banana Republic, Bass Pro Shop, hiking, hockey, baseball, dog parks, places like that. Yeah. Board game places, Renaissance fairs, Comic Cons. That's a good mix of both white and Asian. Asian. Yeah. Hope that helps, girl. And when I say these things, I think, I've gotten to a point where I get so many opinions and shit. I don't say go to places to meet them. Find something that I've just said that aligns with a passion of yours and go and do that. Twofer, something that you enjoy and that you might find and meet somebody. Bands said, I followed all your advice and I'm so happy with one man. Should I still build a roster? Yes, always. You are single until you're in an exclusive relationship. Grace said, I want to date, but I'm nervous. I'm tired of being disappointed. A couple of things. If you're disappointed in dating, it means that you have expectations. So you're going to have to let those expectations go. And that is all about managing your mind. That's the work. Yeah? Majesty said, single for 2 years, men never approach me even when I'm done up. Why? Variety of reasons, but the why doesn't matter. That's not the goal. You don't want guys to approach you. No shade. We're not at like a 7th, 8th grade junior high dance. And to be honest with you, these guys are not approaching people in the same way that they did because we're in a post-Me Too environment, post-pandemic. Maybe in 96, these guys were, approaching you much more. They're not going to do it anymore. I don't want women to think something's wrong with you just because guys are approaching. There's a cultural shift happening. Yeah? And so what it means is that you're going to have to give the green light, right? You're going to, if you got your AirPods on and you're reading a book and you're on your phone, you don't look like you want to be messed with. You don't want to be talked to. Put that shit away, girl. Look around, smile, feel yourself. Shoulders back, A cups out, no shade, right? Have fun. Live in your best life, girl. Get into your main character energy. That's what it looks like. These are some of the things that I help my clients get into so that they can have interactions in real life. Will said, do you watch Married to Medicine, Toya and Eugene? My partner and I, this is one of the things that we do. We watch reality TV all day, every day. And right before my session, we watched the last 2 reunion episodes. Toya and Eugene. Don't be Toya. Eugene is a good husband and a good man. Like, he's probably the best husband out of all of them. Yeah. And if there's anything to learn from a relationship like Toya and Eugene's, it is this. There is nothing you can say or do that can ruin a relationship with your guy. If he's your guy, he's your guy. So many of y'all are freaking out like, oh my God, like I don't want to do anything or say anything. And you guys put yourself in these boxes. If he's your guy, you can say or do anything. You won't ruin it. You won't. Trust. Trust. Yeah? Caitlin said, is it okay to give a man another chance after he ghosts you? Well, Caitlin, my question for you is, would your future husband do that? Would he? And if that doesn't help you answer the question, if someone did this to your best friend or your mother, what would you tell them to do? All right. Let me see what's going on here. Lexi said, your speaking voice is so good. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's just like Valley girl, white girl, voice girl. Arake said, when do you tell a new guy you're dating that you have kids? It should be on your dating profile. You should tell them pretty quickly. No, they should know. They should know you have kids so that they can make an informed decision about whether they want to engage in that or not. The last thing that you want to do is wait a couple of days and then say, hey, I have kids. That is lying by omission, and you never want to start out a relationship like that. Moi said, yes, I missed you. I need you to end my day. Not end your day, girl. Native Tongue said, how much are your programs? So depending on the program, it's either in the low 4 figures or mid 4 figures. Yeah. Takia said, I have a hard time dating multiple men. Why? I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because at work, you're probably managing multiple projects. Women's brains are like spider webs, and y'all are managing multiple things at the same time all the time. So I just want to offer to you that you have the capability to do this. What I think many of you are doing is actually you're giving 100% to each guy so it feels overwhelming. So if you're talking to 3 guys, you need to give each one of these guys like 33%. That's it. That's how you manage multiple men. And when you communicate with them, communicate with all of them at the same time. Send, text messages at 9, 12, 3, 6, and 9, or what have you. And batch the communication, girl. That's what it looks like. Okay. Rosie said, what's your podcast? It's called the Get Your Guy Coaching Podcast. Definitely check it out. It's super good. if I do say so myself. Yeah. Reese said, thank you, Elmore. You're so welcome. Lexi said, I have a boyfriend. I just live for your content. Thank you, girl. Black Cat Energy said, teach us game, Elmore. I try, girl. I try all the time. Melanie said, first time I catch you. Yay. Awesome. Kiki said, what about friend zone? What about friend zone? What's the question? Maricel said, what does it mean when a guy sends you selfies? It means he wants you to send selfies back so that he can JO, and that never give guys selfies. You know who asks for pictures? Prisoners. And what we're not going to do is talk with prisoners. Yeah? If he is getting a picture from you, he's not really going to feel incentive to take you out. He's just going to, use your picture. Girl, be on an episode of SVU, girl. Lexi said, how many slots do you have open? In my program, well, the Get Your Guy Club slots are always open. A VIP, I think we have maybe 2 or 3 slots available. It's pretty packed right now, to be honest with you. One of my recent videos has like 9.4 million views, so it's provided a lot of different people coming in, which is great. Ty said, I think I just might sign up for your coaching. I just turned 20. Well, I usually work with women that are 26 and older. And the reason I do that is because most men, if they're uneducated, they'll be ready to get serious at the age of 26. If they're educated, then 32 is the age where they're ready to get married and be in a serious relationship on average. That's why, like, if you're younger than that, I would encourage you to get like one of my courses, like the dating strategy course or the full Get Your Guy coaching course. Chunky Butt, love the name. Thank you so much for the rose. Britt said, do you ever turn down clients for coaching because they maybe don't need it? Sometimes I turn it down because sometimes they're not coachable, the women that I talk to, or they're not ready. Like sometimes I'll be like, I think like we have deeper trauma here, and I think a therapist might be more helpful. Let's talk in 3 months. Sometimes, yeah, I mean, it's kind of rare. I would say maybe like 5% of the time, I'll be like, girl, I don't know if you need me. I just think that like you need to just like let these guys do their thing. Alafia said, I've watched all your stuff, still getting my coaching. I need it. All right, girl. Awesome. Fab said, I love you, the realist. Thank you, girl. Kelly said, this is good for my mind and soul. I know that's right, girl. Native Tongue said, how do you leave your masculine energy when you're used to being so independent? Please understand that it's not just a flip of the switch. It's actually deeper work that needs to happen, right? A lot of times what happens is masculine energy comes from the lack of feminine love growing up. So we actually have to heal that inner child wound for you to feel comfortable to be able to be in your feminine. A lot of these femininity coaches are just like, girl, just wear red and put on some great lipstick and, you know, be a damsel in distress. You're cosplaying femininity, girl. It's not natural. It's not coming from within because you're not fully healed. My opinion. Yeah. Emiya said, my boyfriend is broke, but he's going to be a geneticist. Should I wait the 6 years for money stability? No. Because it's not promised that you will be with him in 6 years. And then I don't want you to be with him for a couple years and then y'all break up because you were waiting for a, you know, stability. A lot of people, like in grad programs, like when my clients tell me that they're dating someone in med school, I'm always like I've rarely seen it work. It never works. Because they're trying to self-actualize through their career and their academics, and they're actually probably not going to be the best boyfriends. And they will be different men after they graduate. And they might feel like they are better than you when they do graduate. It's not all the time, but often it's like the majority of the time. So something to think about and focus on. But don't wait for a guy. Don't put your life on hold for some dude. Yeah? I only say that because I don't want you to live with any regrets. Shelly said, I went on a date with a guy, then he suggested we go on another date and get a room. I was confused. What were you confused about, girl? You know exactly what he wanted. That's when we say, no, ma'am, Pam. Seiko said, I saw that you helped Dr. Blackstock find love, and that's just so beautiful. Yes, she's one of my clients. Yeah. Um, in my program, it's generally like one or two women that get into great relationships every week. So it's inspiring, it's motivating, it helps my clients know that it's very possible for them if they work the program that you're going to get great results and it's going to be life changing. I would say roughly 75 to 80% of my VIP clients do get their guy. As Told by Bunny says, do you incorporate astrology into your work? Not so much, girl. Kayo was my love. Thanks for joining and sharing. Cheyenne, thank you so much for the rose. Shelby, thank you so much for the rose, girl. Shelby, thank you so much for the 7 roses. Let me see what my IG girls are talking about. Sorry, my girls. Mimi said, exclusivity and sex. Why does waiting work better? In 6 dates, ready to bone. All right, girl. She said 6 dates equals 6 and 9. As a grown woman, you get to do whatever the hell you want to. When you have sex with a guy, what happens is that his vasopressin will reduce and he will feel less bonded to you. And it's different because actually for women, you actually feel more chemically bonded to a man. That's why all of us know a woman that is completely dematized, let's say, on here. Guy's not worth a damn, but she just can't let him go because she's chemically bonded to him. That is the risk that you take when you do this without a significant level of investment, which means commitment. Yeah, so something to think about and consider. You're a grown woman with agency, independence, and all of that. Do what you want. I am Briona said, I just found out that the guy I was seeing was in a relationship the entire time. How did I miss the red flags? Sometimes this is why I'm saying, like, everything has to be on your terms. Like, when you all go out on dates, what you guys do. A lot of guys will talk to you during the weekdays, not on the weekends. Talk to you during the daytime, not in the evening. Phone calls, not FaceTimes, right? Yeah. After a while, you want to be going over each other's houses. You want to integrate with friends. You will get a sense of if this guy's in another relationship based on the sorts of questions that the friends ask, the sorts of energy that the friends do. If it feels like this is like, if the friends aren't excited to meet you, then they probably do this often. Tashia said, can you tell me why I'm attracting married men? Like, no, honey. A lot of women will attract men that are married because those women represent things that they're not getting from their wives. Whether it's maybe you're showing a lot of skin when you're dressing, and this is not me being a prude or trying to be whatever. So they're thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be able to do whatever I want. Maybe I'll go back door, right? And I can't do that with my wife or what have you, right? That's how they're thinking about these things, right? Maybe you have a very loud personality, right? Sometimes men will be attracted to that because what he's saying is that I'll be able to get this girl really easily because she's desperate for attention. Now, I'm not saying this to shade anybody. I'm saying this so that you understand like what is attracting some of these married guys so that you can stop. Also, a lot of these married guys will pick you up in the wild. That's why I say don't do it. Don't do it. Diva said, how do you handle men who use their money to impress you, dropping subtle but not so subtle hints about how well they're doing financially? I think I lost a guy because I didn't acknowledge it. Well, here's the thing. Rich guys will do that. Wealthy guys won't. Yeah? And rich guys are actually some of the most insecure guys out there because when you're rich, your work and your labor is still making your money. When you're wealthy, your money is working for itself, right? And so there's always going to be this level of insecurity around money. And so the rich guys will often try to impress you with the money. The wealthy guys won't. That's why like millionaires, 60% of them drive Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. The rich guys are the guys that are driving the Mercedes and the Porsches and the BMWs, right? DK's Princess, how long after divorce should we wait to contact you? At least 6 months. Fun. How do you navigate dating world when you are plus size but like men who are fit? Go to the gym, girl. Go to the gym. Those bodybuilder guys, they live for the plus size girlies. They love the cushion. Maybe they want to do a few sets with your girl, no shade. They love it, girl. That's why I always tell my plus size clients and anyone that's plus size, where should they go? Go to the gym, girl. Don't lose a pound. Don't lose a pound, girl. Maybe put on some muscle and gain even more weight, girl. They love it. They can't get enough of it, girl. Please trust me when I tell you. Those bodybuilder guys, not like the so-so guys that go once a week. Talk about the guys that go almost every day, girl. They love it. Okay? But you gotta watch out because sometimes, it looks like this, girl. Looks like that. That's all I gotta say. Okay, let me see what the girls are talking about. I'm gonna go back to TikTok now, honey. Okay. What's the tea? Real Bad says, what to do if a guy asks your friends if you like him? Y'all have chemistry but going nowhere. Well, first of all, if it's going nowhere, you need to drop him. If he's asking your friends, he already knows that you don't like him. And so he's going to try to use your friends to try to make you like him. DM said Anwar is on 1 tonight. I feel like I'm on 10 every night. Or is it just me? I don't know, girl. Reese said, just follow the podcast. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I so appreciate it. And thank you. I can't believe there's 1,400 people here in the live. That's amazing. Les Harris said, do you take insurance? Who do I look like? Patti LaBelle or somebody? No, girl. I take MasterCard, Visa, American Express. That's what I take, girl. You know we kiki over here, girl. I don't want anybody taking for what I say seriously, girl. We just like to have fun because we're all family in here. Okay? Naomi said, what do I think about the dating apps? I used to love them. It was like my first love. It's like you appreciate them, but right now it doesn't work. The apps are not apping. I'm going to reassess them in the summertime and see if this cycle is over. But for right now, my program has pivoted and we're outside. And I think y'all should be too. Here's the thing. When I talk about this, a lot of women are like, I can't do it. Good. You know what that means? Fewer women outside. The men are still outside. So you're going to have more of a pick. Yeah? Go outside now. March is the time where people start to go outside. This is high season for dating. That's all I got to say. Raisin said, why are 20s guys so into us 30s ladies? Y'all need to date younger men. I think it's like we grow up thinking, oh my God, the guy has to be older than me. No. Younger men, older women work. 3 to 6 years, it works. You 34, don't shade a 28-year-old if he's coming correct. Right now, I have one of my clients, and she's out with a guy that is, I don't know, 8 years, no, 12 years younger than her. Dinner, honey. Dating. Get it. Yeah? Have fun. Doreen said, I'm dating a 41-year-old and I'm 23 years old. Any tips? I'd probably step away from it. I always question men that are significantly older. Like, what it tells me is that he's looking for someone that he can control. And no shade, but your prefrontal cortex doesn't finish growing until you're 25. And these older men know that. Yeah? And so what it tells me is that this guy probably is not interested in the totality of who you are and is looking to control you in certain kind of ways. Now, this is probably not advice that you're going to hear from other people. They're going to try to be cute and say, love is love. And maybe love is love. But I want to talk about the majority of the cases, right? So that you can feel safe and protected while you're dating. So I'm cautious. Mel said, is dating an athlete bad? Ladies, I'll let you answer that one. I answer it, but I'm also going to answer it too because it's my live. I think that dating an athlete is very tricky. I think they cheat a lot. I think that they're the prize. So if you're okay with your man being the prize, because that's literally what he's been groomed to do since he caught a football in junior high, shot a three-pointer, in ninth grade. If you're okay with that, by all means. But I know most people aren't. Yeah? Also, you have to understand something about athletes. His career will always be number one. He will always be number two. His mama will always be number three. Because that's who got him to where he is. And you'll be off of the Olympic podium. Because these athletes are taking care of not just their immediate families, but all of their families. Most of them are. Something to think about. Glam Tam Tam said, get these likes up. Well, thank you so much for this 74,000 likes. I appreciate it. If anything I'm saying is resonating, tap, double tap, triple tap the screen, honey. And said, I have a man, but I love your content. You're so fun to watch. Thank you, girl. No soup for you, said was binging your stuff today. Good, girl. Please like and share and do all that shit, girl. Melly, thank you so much for the 22 roses. I appreciate it. Dulcie, thank you so much for the rose. Kemi, thank you so much for the 7 roses, girl. Brenda said, thank you for your wisdom. You're welcome, girl. Shelby, thank you so much for the rose. Me, myself, and I said, what do you think of Bosnia men for black women? I think any sort of Southern or Eastern Europeans, they're into it, girl. If you go to Croatia, Serbia, they're going to chase you down the street. You got to be in your main character energy if you're going to work the Eastern Europeans. You can't play like cute and mute. That's the thing about when you go to Europe and you want to like live your best dating life. You got to give BAP, Black American Princess. You know that movie where they're just like everywhere they go, all eyes on them? That's the energy you have to be giving, girl. Shelby, thank you so much for the 2 roses. Kemi, thank you so much for the 4 roses. Miss High-Minded, do you do matchmaking as well or only coaching? Coaching, girl. Not a matchmaker. Shelby, thank you so much for the 5 roses. Vacay expert said Russell Wilson is the exception, not the rule. 100%. 100%. That's why people are so gagged on the whole relationship. And that's why the men are so upset with Russell Wilson, because he set a standard and none of them are able to reach it. And when he shows up this way, it lets women know that that's available to them, which means it's requiring other athletes to show up differently and show up more for what, and regular guys too. A lot of guys are very okay and used to doing lower than the bare minimum. But now, there's proof of possibility. That's why the guys are shitting on him. Yeah? Demi, who loves black women the most? Well, I'll tell you who should love black women the most. You should love yourself the most. You should be the love of your life. Yeah? I know when that happens, you good to go. I know that when you love yourself the most, you will have a lot of people loving you. Like I was saying before in my video today, you want to be self-centered and selfish. Smiley face said, what's a good number on your rotation? I always say Olympic dating. You want a gold medalist, a silver medalist, and a bronze medalist. Yeah. Erie Star said, is dating a coworker bad? I don't necessarily think it's bad. I just think that, unfortunately, if things go awry, women are often penalized more in the professional setting than men are. So I just think it's dangerous. And I know people don't like to mess with their money, but oftentimes that environment can become like an uncomfortable situation, and you like sometimes feel like you might have to go and jump jobs. And in this economy, it's hard to do that, girl. Kayla said, how do I attract white guys? Girl, talk to them. They're attracted to you. They're just not approaching you because they think that, you know, if you're a woman of color, that you're just focused on women of color. You're going to have... Asian men will never talk to you or approach you. You're going to have to talk to them. White men might approach you in a super friendly way where you think you're just having a passerby conversation. I always say, if you're talking to a guy for white guy for more than 2 or 3 minutes, he's flirting with you. Think about it. How many conversations do you have with white men that are more than 2 or 3 minutes outside of a work colleague or someone that's serving you in a restaurant or in a retail store? Probably not often. So please understand that if it's to that point, he's flirting with you. Yeah. Let me see what's going on here. Zoe, thank you so much for the rose. Kayla, thank you so much for the rose. Bella said, do men get intimidated by some women? Yes. Why? Because many of the men know that, like, they get intimidated and they run away because they know they are not the version of themselves that is required to be with you. That's why. This guy said, athletes cheat a lot and they can be violent. Yeah, because they don't have their hormones in check. Some of them are on those roids, and now some of these medicines are on the legal side, still messing up with their hormones, girl. So I don't know. Laylee said, who should I date if I'm a bit more cold? Well, first of all, your job is to warm up, girl. I live in Canada. Cold is not cute. So you're going to have to warm it up, girl. I'm thinking, I'm not saying you got to be Florida, girl, but you got to be at least DC. So that's your own self work that you got to do. Yeah. And your coldness is really just a defense mechanism. So you've got to figure out what are the underlying issues where you feel comfortable and confident, not feeling like you got to do that. That's number one. Number two, when you give me cold, it's giving me black cat. So you're looking for like a golden retriever, happy-go-lucky, perky, to bring that little girl out of you that maybe you've been hiding. Yeah, where you can be fun and silly and all of that instead of miss responsibility. 2024. Kayla, thank you so much for the rose. Zoe, thank you so much for the rose. Jazzy Faye, thank you so much for the rose. Reagan said the rich laugh. Funny, 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 funny. Chase said, "I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you were saying about athletes?" No, but a recording of this live will be on YouTube, so check it out. Yeah. Brandy, thank you so much for the rose. Amia, thank you so much for the hat and mustache. Destiny, thank you so much for the 20 roses. Venetia, thank you so much for the 8 roses. I appreciate all of this. Y'all are doing the damn thing. And oh my God, we have 107,000 likes. Damn. Hope y'all aren't getting carpal tunnel, girl, tapping so much. Hope that's not it, girl, because you can't sue me. Remember, I don't take insurance. Shar, thank you so much for the rose. Native Tongue, thank you so much for the rose. Michelle, thank you so much for the 5 roses. Ayla said, how long until you should start dating after a breakup? It really depends on the nature of the relationship. I always say, when you can talk about your last relationship without any emotion, anger, disappointment, any of that, and if you can let relationships go, you're probably ready to date. Because 98% of dating is letting these guys go. You have to understand that guys will stay on you until you break up with him for the most part. Yeah, so you've got to be okay letting relationships, letting guys go, right? And cutting guys off, setting boundaries like that. When you feel like you're ready to do that, Roger and Ebert, 2 thumbs up. B said, I'm dating a pasty blue-eyed Colombian boy and I love it here. I know you do, girl. Colombians got it going on, girl. Almost as much as Dominicans, girl. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let me see what the gag is. Okay, let me scroll, honey. Nobody's girl said also their brains are shaken. Yeah, if they're football players, girl. Yes, honey. So Alex said all of them are concussed, honey. Kelly said, oh, love that you're Canadian. I'm dual citizenship, American and Canadian. I grew up in Southern California. That's why I have this Valley Girl accent. And, when I was a kid, I went to like top boarding schools, top institutions, and this is like, I've been doing this thing ever since elementary school, helping boys talk to girls, girls talk to boys. So please understand, like, a lot of people might ask, where do you get this information from? I've just been doing it for a very, very long time. I've seen it all. I've coached it all. Yeah. Just FYI, if you are looking to kind of work with a professional dating coach, I definitely want to encourage you to go to the link in my bio and book a consultation call. I don't know if I have a lot of spots left for this week. I think I might have some over the next couple of days, but yeah. Ada said, my problem is I'm too warm. All right, girl. So you got to bring your Jamaican ass to Florida. Yeah? Let me see what's going on here. Daddy Draco, my boyfriend dumped me on 1 year anniversary, on our 1 year anniversary. What should I do for revenge? The best revenge is healing. Heal to the point where you feel like you don't have to do anything for revenge. Yeah. He gets to make that decision. It's his life. What I want you to do is learn from the relationship. What worked? What didn't? Did you lose yourself? Did you always stay firm? Were your boundaries intact? Were you emotionally available? Did you sabotage in certain ways? Did you pick fights? If so, why? Really do analysis of it. You're focused on him. It's not even fucking about him. It's about you. So that's the analysis that you need to do. I have something in my program. I have a breakup plan for my program just in case my ladies break up. So there's like a 5-step plan for them to do to work through that breakup. Like these are just different parts of the program that I just think are like really important so that you're fully prepared and whatever happens, whatever comes. These are all very important things. Millie said, when do men bond? Usually around the 2.5 to 3 month mark of a courtship. That's why I say like it's important to have that kind of exclusivity conversation around that time, because at that point he will be ready to make a decision about whether he wants to be with you or not. A lot of y'all are thinking, no shade, some of us are thinking about the wedding and what the kids are going to look like on the first date. Don't do that, girl. He's not even thinking about being with you until physical date 6. Yeah. Gnarly said, what is your YouTube? I would just search Get Your Guy Coaching. It's there, girl. And I think there's a link in my bio about it. Yeah. Kisses said, are Indian men good to date? They are gorgeous, but I fear they have mommy dearest family religious shit. Yeah, they do. A lot of Italian, Jewish, and Indian men will go for black women because they have very kind of overprotective and bossy mothers, and they want to replace those bossy moms with like assertive black women. That's why like if you ever like are chatting with like an Indian guy online, he will always like try to make you do the work, right? Oh, okay, can you tell us where I should meet you? Yeah, because these moms are still doing their laundry and these men are like 23 years old, right? I used to live in Italy and like they were freaking out because I had my own apartment in Milan because in that culture, they're supposed to stay in the household and their mom does everything for them. They call it in Italian viziato, very spoiled. And like they don't leave until they basically are getting married. So just to give you a sense. I don't really talk about Indian men a lot because oftentimes the families aren't very accepting, unfortunately. That's why, like, in my content, you never say, oh, girl, get with an Indian man. I've had clients move in, get with Indian men. Exception, not the rule. Amy said, where do I find nerdy IT guys? Girl, anywhere where there's Wi-Fi. Best Buy, GameStop, Genius Bar, in your local IT department, girl, drop your laptop, girl. Have them fix it. Every week. Julia said, how do I stop hating men? I think that when you hate men, you give them a lot of power. So one of the ways to stop hating men is to realize that they don't have as much power as you think that they have, and to actually empower yourself so that, because when you hate them, it sounds weird, but you're actually pedestalizing them. And you actually have all of the power in the world, and your job is to seize it. So that's your work. That's what I would say, my perspective. Take it or leave it. Um, Let me see what time it is, girl, because I need some beauty sleep. Okay, I'm going to be on for a little bit more, honey. Life of Gigi said, when he's being nice versus likes you. Um, that's hard to answer. I think likes you does more. Being nice does like the bare minimum, but if he likes you, he's going to go that extra mile, right? In terms of like the planning of the dates, like the quality of the dates will be different, for sure. Cookie said he called me sis. No go right. I mean, would you want to date me? Because a man that calls you sis ain't it. All right, sis? All right, sis? Chantel said he called himself shallow because he likes pretty girls. Believe him. Whatever a guy says that he is, believe him, except for if he says that he's nice. Nice guys don't say that they're nice. Your mom said, how do I learn to interact with men? Join my program, girl. That's what we're learning. We're learning to take men off of the, pedestal that some of us put them on. All of these men are like little boys. I was going to do a video about literally, I randomly have Cesar Millan, who's like a very famous or infamous dog trainer. All of the advice that guy gives on his videos, you literally can take for your dating advice. Like, why am I even here? It's hilarious. I feel like I'm gonna like literally stitch it. Obsi, thank you so much for the 2 roses. Shade, thank you so much for the paper crane. Obsi, thank you so much for the additional rose. Jamira says, do you think love is really blind? Well, I don't personally believe that love at first sight. I think if you think love is blind, you're not necessarily living in reality. Every time I talk about looks when it comes to dating, it becomes very controversial. And so I try to steer away from that in my videos because a lot of women get upset when I talk about it. Love is not blind. Looks matter. It's part of the evaluation when people are thinking about mate value for both men and women. And I think to ignore that, I don't necessarily, I think it's not going to serve you. Yeah. Golden Child KL said, Nigerian men. I did a whole video about this and had a country cursing me and cursing me out. They're tricky. Dominic said, this chat is moving fast. Well, there's like 1,300, 1,400 of y'all. Of course it's going to move fast. Kai said, my birthday is in 1 minute. Happy birthday, girl. Your girl, Reese. Should I tell the new guy I'm in the process of egg freezing? After date 3, if he gets there. And just FYI, if you're a black woman and you're educated, you should probably freeze your eggs. And I say that because most highly educated black women are getting forever married between 35 and 45. And I don't want you like freaking out and trying and settling for a guy just because you want a baby, because I see that a lot, and maybe many of you all see that too. Nobody's talking about it, but that's actually a lot of the time what is happening. For those that can do it, I know it's costs money and it's a privileged experience, but I just wanted to offer that. Emily said, "Hey, are Arab men, yes or no?" I'm for all men. I just want whoever's gonna treat you the best. That's what I want for you. Lori and Dane, thank you so much for the rose. Somerset, what do you say to "I think you're cute"? If a guy says you're cute, he's not taking you seriously. I would just keep it moving. If a guy says you're beautiful, great. If he says you're hot, he probably wants to just sleep with you. If he says you're fine, he probably wants to sleep with you and he has a mattress on the floor. Okay. I'm gonna stop. Maybe I'll do a video about it. Melly said, "No way, but sis can cook." I'm sure she can cook. I'm sure of it. "88 Days said, bipolar disorder 2, guys. A no? I think it's very complicated. Obviously, it really depends on how they manage it and how they're medicated. There are some individuals out there that literally don't like their medication because it has they have a reaction to it. So it's really all in how they manage it. Aries said, "Wait, the dog trainer?" Yes. His girl, follow him, and he'll tell you how you need to work these men. Kim said, "How do I book a call with you?" Go to the link in my bio and click on book a call with Coach Anwar. Let's see what's going on here. What if he calls you pretty? Good. If he calls you pretty or beautiful, you're in good shape. Anything else? Not good. Not good at all. So, like, for example, I have some model-esque women in my program, and there will be men that will try to humble them, right, and call them mid, or talk about how they generally date really hot women or models. They're trying to backhand your looks, girl, right? So if he calls you, "Oh, you're fine," there's like fine with a W, and then there's fine. Yeah? Fine is like he's trying to come for you. What about gorgeous? Gorgeous is literally on the threshold between this guy is serious and you might be out of his league. M. Ellen said, you're about to break people's hearts. Tony said, we need more of you here. I really don't try to break anybody's heart. I really just try to tell tea, honey. Like, my intention is for y'all to live your best dating lives. If there are things that I say that are offensive, that is not my intention. Please believe. Megan Olivia said, what about Grand Rising Queen? Danger Zone. When someone says Grand Rising, out. It's not going to work. Taylor Alexis said, hey, A-Dub. Girl, do we know each other like that? Don't call me no A-Dub, girl. What in the world? Yo, A-Dub. No, we're not doing that. This isn't the Sandlot movie, honey. We don't just give people nicknames. Yeah, Grand Rising means get up out of your seat and leave. Grand Rise out of your seat and leave that man where he is. Cheyenne said, when to go on the first vacation? When he's your bae and you guys are in a committed relationship? Chell said, A-Dub is wild. Isn't it, though? Girl, what? Reggie said, it's a cute nickname. Then why don't you have it, girl? AJ said, LMAO, Amar, we love you so much. Have a sleepover already. Girl, aren't we doing that now? It's freaking midnight, girl. My carriage has turned into a pumpkin. I'm Cinderella again. Saint Pore says, my hubby said I'm letting myself go after the baby, but truth is I'm trying and I forgot who I am. I don't know how old your baby is. You want to make sure that if there's some postpartum going on, you want to check that out. As a parent myself, I can tell you right now that like it is impossible not to lose yourself when you are a parent. So I just want to honor and acknowledge and validate everything that you're feeling. Guess what? Literally, when you are pregnant, you are supposed to let yourself go so that you can create space for the baby. Yeah. Now, you need to create space for yourself. And we have to figure out what that looks like for you. And you get to define that, not him. So I want you to think about, forget the husband, forget the baby for a second. What does that look like? What do you do? What activities do you do? How do you spend your days, your hours, right? What kind of space do you inhabit? Do you want to work out? Do you not? Are there different ways to do it that are going to be more pleasurable? Like, no shade, bitch, but you would never see me in a fucking gym. You'll see me on the tennis court or the basketball court, or I might put on BET at 2 a.m. on a Sunday morning right before the gospel comes on, shaking my butt. That's how I'm working out. But I'm not going to be in the gym, so maybe you just got to figure out what works for you, girl. No shade. That's what I used to do when I was in college, girl. Dancing to Nelly's Tip Drill, girl. No shade. Girl, yes. Not uncut. Yes, uncut, girl. And guess what? I got this body cut and snatched. Amara said this life is so fun. Please don't go to sleep. Girl. Lover said that was a time, wasn't it, girl? Yeah, tip drill, girl. I need a tip drill. Yes, honey. That it was. Kim Possible said, Mamas, it's okay to focus on you. 100%. 100%. Ashton L'Oreal said, beautiful. This is beautiful advice. Yeah. Nafisa said, Amber, your smile is everything. Thank you, girl. Dominic, thank you so much for the disco love. Let me see what's going on here. Desert Time said, damn, that's deep, Anwar. Sometimes you gotta get deep, girl. Most of the time we on the surface talking about how big somebody's D is, but sometimes we gotta keep it real and go there. She is too, and it's my first child. Here's what I want to offer to you. I think that things generally loosen up around 4 and 5 when they like are going to like preschool and kindergarten and things like that, right? Where you can kind of let go of the babysitter and either, I don't know if you're working now or you're staying at home, but that loosens things up quite a bit. There's just like this invisible weight that's taken off. There are things that you can do now, but I'm just here to let you know that oftentimes things do get better. Glam Tam Tam said this live is giving. I hope so. Harmony said Cinderella is wild. Why, girl? Girl, here's the thing. I'm coaching all day, but girl, when these kids come, girl, I did 3 loads of laundry. I did the dishes twice today, girl. I literally am Cinderella. Somebody come and get me. Girl, get my glass slipper and get me the hell out of this life, honey. Here's the thing. And here's what I want to offer everybody that's there. And I need to take this advice too. If you're black, brown, woman of color, you need to get a house cleaner. I get it quarterly, but I need to get it monthly. Y'all do too. It's like kind of like a mindset thing that is really hard to do because when you grow up, you see your mom cleaning and like you have to clean as well. And so like it feels like, can I do it? Can I not do it? No, y'all, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. So here's the pack that we're going to make tonight. This month, we still have half the month, we're gonna get house cleaners. We're gonna have someone come and clean our house. Yeah? Promise? Pinky promise? Yeah, monthly is the move. Yeah, get cleaners if you don't have the kids. I know that's right, girl. Keiko Polo said, I'm just a student. Have another student do it, girl. Everybody needs that little extra money that FAFSA didn't give. No shade. Good. I love that y'all have some people that many of y'all are doing that. Amara said, yes. In Black America, we're often expected to do everything alone. Women have always had help. Let's do it. Get help, y'all. Get help. Get help. This will help your dating life as well because the men want to help you. They want to do for you. This is how they bond to you. So I want us to get into the habit of receiving help so that you can get prepared for a guy that wants to do so much for you. Yeah. The baddie allergic to filters said, TikTok is asking about your live safety. Safe for some, unsafe for others. It's unsafe for men, safe for women. Let's say that. Good. All right, ladies. I'm going to go now. I hope that this live was helpful for you. And Comadre said marked as safe. Thank God. Ugh. Trying to put me back in TikTok jail, honey. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. If you want to work with me, definitely book a consultation call. If you don't, that's fine too. Keep on listening to listen to my podcast, subscribe to it. Keep on coming to these lives. Yeah, I'm really not here to push you into working with me. If you want to and you feel like you're ready, great. Otherwise, let's keep on rocking out here. 88 said it really feels like we know you, Elmore. I try, girl. I try. Good. Tony said, podcast name, Get Your Guy Coaching. That's the name of the podcast. Yeah. I think it was like ranked 38 this week. Which is pretty good. All right, y'all. Much love to you. Hope this was helpful. And I'll talk to you on Sunday. Alrighty. Bye-bye.